I've been wanting to chat about this for ages. Loads and loads of people ask me, message me, and advice on what they should do. So I'm going to read it. It's classic, right? So you're in an interview process, and you've been seeing a few different firms, and you receive an offer from company A. And company A offered you a couple of weeks ago, and you're thinking about it. You're also interviewing in other places, and they say, look, it's been 2 weeks. You've got 2 days to let us know what you think. Otherwise, the offer expires. You've been interviewing with company B, and it started a bit later, coming to the later stages of the interview process, and you're not going to hear for 2-3 weeks. So your decision is, do you take the offer with company A, or do you reject company A and wait for company B, although you might not get company B? So huge risk, right? And I wrote 4 options. Let me go through the different decisions that you could probably do, right? So number 1, you could reject company A, wait for company B, okay, and hope. You could tell company A, be honest, look, I really enjoyed the interview process. I'm also interviewing with another firm. Will you wait? I want to complete my interview process. I want to make sure I make the right decision. So you could say that, I'm waiting for another offer. Other option is you could accept company A, but then if company B offers you, you withdraw. Or you could accept company A and turn it down if company B makes an offer. So 4 interesting options. I mean, for me, the last 2, a little bit of dishonesty. For me, I think it's all about being upfront, honest, open. So if you take something, you should stick to it. And withdrawing, it's a bit harsh. So I mean, for me, I would have decided. You want to have decided. If you're gonna take company A, you go for it, and you reject company B. But I think also there's loads of factors in play, right? So I think number 1, if you're out of work, clearly economics comes into it. You need a paycheck, and the option of passing up company A because you prefer company B and they might offer you, it's risky. Because also there's nothing wrong with taking a sideways move. There's nothing wrong with taking something for money. So many people are posting on social media and talking about stuff like that. You've got to go for the job that you're passionate about. It's got to be this. Otherwise, don't bother. And I mean, economics comes into it, right? You need a paycheck, you need a job, and I would go for company A. If you've been looking for a while and you really need it, and it's fine. Our careers aren't always a straight line, and it's fine to try different things. And your journey is your journey, and I think it's fine to appreciate that and respect that. If you're in a good job and a headhunter's called you and they've planted the seed and you started to think about it, and then you're like, oh, do you know what? I'm going to have a look at other things, and you start to look around and you start to get in these interview processes, then I think you can be much more selective. You don't have to jump. If you're in a perfectly good job, then definitely be more selective. Think about why are you going to make the move? Is it a good next chapter of my career? And I always think about these things as chapters, right? So if you're thinking about moving, you sit down and you think, well, what's the next chapter? What's the next chapter of the story going to be? Was it worth moving? What am I going to get out of it? Things like that. And then you can be really selective. And I would actually, if you do it that way, you might not have even interviewed with company A, but if you've got down to the latter stages, you've obviously invested a lot of time, thinking time and things. You're probably, quite likely to take it, unless you've not got on with the people or whatever. Maybe the offer's not right or whatever it is. So, but I would think really much more carefully about it. If I'm in a good job, do your due diligence, make sure the culture's right, make sure the people you're going to be working with, you fit with, you want to work with them, they're a great bunch, all of that stuff. So I think you can be much more picky. And if company A is not right, you reject it. That's fine. Hold out for company B. Even if company B don't come through, that's fine. You're in a good job and you can be much more selective. So I think it a bit depends on your scenario. So if you're out of work, have this this quote. It's not the best quote, but one a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. I.e., if you need the paycheck and you need money and you've been out of work, it's better to be working than not, even if it's not perfect. And it would be brave to pass up company A in the hope company B might come through or not. If you're in a great job and you're doing well and you're looking for something to improve your situation, then definitely be more selective and more discerning and take a lot more time and care making the move you're going to make. Hope that's helpful. I know you can go through loads of different iterations and stuff, but I would definitely think about your career as a story and what the next chapter is. If you're in a good job, if you're out of work, economics is going to play a huge part, and that's got to be the key driver. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you all soon.